Hello everybody, welcome to my home, welcome to my art room. I'm Sam, or Sam I Am. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing fantabulistic, so excited to be here with you guys, ready to do another pour. I'm ready for a pouring party. Who else is? Let's do some pouring. Ordinarily this is where I would come in with what I normally do, which is use a number generating app to get my colors. However, today I've decided to not do that. I'm going to do a bloom, a 3D bloom flower, because I haven't gotten a bunch of alcohol inks generated so I could do a bloom. Therefore, I'm going off on my own without the computer generated numbers. So, I have picked on my own all greens. Let's Resin alcohol ink green, number 146. We have Forrest, it's written in fancy cursive, Forest Green by Let's Resin. That's also alcohol ink, number 145. Number 147 is Emerald Green by Let's Resin. Then number 148 is Yellow Green by Let's Resin. So obviously I'm going to do a green turtle in the blue. I'm going to use this glitter, which is called Emerald, which to me it looks like yellow and green, but it had all these different greens and I just wasn't sure which one to use, so I went with this one. I think it's just as well as any of them, right? So let's move these out of the way. Oh my goodness, I just got glitter all over my clean turtle. Lord have mercy on me. Quick second. Okay. So my resin has been sitting for 30 minutes. I used Clearcast 7000 from the epoxy resin store. Really good budget-friendly resin. If I can get this tape off my fingers, I will show you the bottle. Finally, I got it off. Okay, Clearcast 7000 from the epoxy resin store. It's VOC free, easy mixing, 1-to-1 ratio, cures clear. That's really, this is the hardener, and of course you get, this is part B, you get part A, which is the resin. Duh, obviously. That needed not to be said. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour the clear and drop the inks. And hopefully this is sat long enough. The neighbor's trash man just came and scared me. We don't have city pickup. We have a dump. You have to take your own. You have to take your own trash. Okay, so let me dump some of this out. I have like way too much resin. I've got to make something else. What? I don't know. Okay, so I'll use this for the glitter. Oh, I'm gonna do this, his feet and his head in glitter. So actually, I think I do need more. That's a lot of area to cover. And then I need a cup for my white. But you don't need a whole heck of a lot of that. Pardon me while I take a sip of my drink. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I got out here at 7. I was super excited to work. I've been gone a week. Went and helped a friend while they went out of town. Watched their dogs, and they're home. Which actually is my ex-husband in my old house. He and I were good friends before we started dating, before we got involved and married, so I think it's only natural we be good friends afterwards. We share a son, and it's important for him to see that differences happen. They do. So you just look forward to the next day. Alright, I got the glitter. I'm going to go ahead and do the inks. I'm going to start in the middle. Let's see. Let's go lime, yellow, then green, then emerald, then forest green. How's that sound? good. You don't have to have every spot covered with alcohol ink. It's good to leave some negative space. I think the green's going to be beautiful for the turtle. What do y'all think? Don't mind, don't be bashful. Tell me what you think. Okay. Now let's mix up the ink. Normally, this is my first time using Angel White, and it comes highly, what's the word? Recommended. That's the word. By everybody. So, like I said, normally I used to use Cast and Craft when I first started. That's what I could afford. Then I got the Just Resin Titanium White, which was the first time I got a great 3D bloom, was using the Just Resin. So I went ahead and ordered Angel White because I heard so many good things about it. So I want to try myself how well the Angel White will do my bloom. Fingers crossed, y'all, fingers crossed. And you want to mix this in where there's no white streaks. And I'm sorry, I didn't show you. I'm terrible about doing tutorials. You want to mix your jar up of paste. Then you stir it in. When you pull it out, you want to scrape your stick, just like this. And what's left on it, on the sides, is enough to give you the paste that you need to make your flower. It doesn't take much because it's heavy. If you put too much on there, it's just going to be blobby. We don't want no blobby bobby. Just mix this in really good. So my resin takes 30 minutes to get to the point where it can bloom. It needs to be thick enough so it just won't fall through. So you have to figure out what your resin does. Even though mine's 30 minutes, yours could be 20 or 45 or up to an hour. Just depends on how long it takes for your resin to get thick. Alright, this is nice and ready to roll. I'm still trying to figure out the consistency myself. So I can only go by what I've been told to measure and to keep trying. I'm doing the best I can at this flower bloom technique. Oh, I forgot the piping bag. Lord have mercy. I got it. Have no fear, Sam is here with the piping bag. You can do this with a cup or with your little silicone tool or your popsicle stick. Or you could use a piping bag, which when I did my last one, I used the piping bag, and I really liked the results. I got a lot of compliments on it too. It was just beautiful. If you look back in my videos, it's the whale video. And actually I did it in 2 parts. No, I did it twice because the first video, it cut out, and I didn't even know it when I edited it. So it's missing like the main part of the process. So I redid it, but not as many people have viewed that, so just I had to put it out there. I linked it. I learned how to link, believe it or not. I'm so new to all this, guys, but I am trying. I'm learning. If I'm not binge watching resin videos, I'm binge watching Windows, basic information, editing. blinking, all kinds of stuff. All that computer stuff that I am no good at. Great. I don't like how this is not quite warm enough. I'm going to go ahead and pour the glitter while this thickens up. Okay. I really hope this doesn't push. Yeah, I need to do that now before it pushes my bloom, right? Pretty. Oh. So I don't think these Let's Resin alcohol inks really stayed. They faded. I cannot find a good alcohol ink. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people love Let's Resin. I'm not loving it though. I went by recommendations on what I heard everybody else using. Look at all this resin I got left. I gotta find something I can make in a Christmas tree. I mean, in green. Which I think Christmas tree, but I don't have any trees, so. What do I have? I already did one gecko. Oh, we'll figure it out. Gotta do something. We don't want to waste that. Okay. So, I'm tempted to add some more. I don't know. Do I add more? If you hadn't noticed, I decided to go ahead and add a little bit more. Just not impressed. You don't impress me much. It's a country song, isn't it? These are the hardest bottles to squeeze. I know I've said that before, but I will say it again. You need, it's like those, my son just ordered one. Those hand exercise tool. I mean, it's an exercise thing. I can't think of what you call it. It's the grip. So you got a nice strong grip. Alright, let's move those out of the way. Okay, here's my silicone tool. We are going to go ahead. I think we're good. Now, you want to cut off as little as possible because you can always take more off, but you can't put it back on. And if you take too much off, you're screwed. And it'll just blob out everywhere. So either put it in another piping bag, put it in a cup and do your circles, but don't use the bag if it's just falling out. It's not worth it. It's not going to do good. After all this money and resin and time, you want it to be good. Move the scissors out of the way, right? That's what you want. Okay. I feel a little discombobulated. Okay, I'm just cutting a smidge off. Which, it was not enough of a smidge. And I'm sorry I can't show you this, because I don't want to cut it over the turtle. Alright, I got it. So you want to squeeze it and it bounces back. Squeeze it. I hope you can see it. And it bounces back. Can you see it? That's what you gotta do. Alright. Let's see how well I can do this. Like I said, I only done it once, so here we go. Just round and round you go, taking your time. Don't lift it up though. One continuous pedal motion making movement, forward movement. And you don't want to hit the side, just go right up to it. It'll keep it from blooming because it sticks to the side, to the silicone. Okay, I think I got it, because this glitter is going to travel out some, and that's perfectly round on his little belly. I'm going to do a little swirl, I think, in the middle. And look at all this resin I have. I got all the green and all the white. I need to find something to make. I want to put more glitter in here. Let's see how much it travels. You don't want it to deform the petals. Sorry, I'm reaching in front of you. How cute is he, guys? Okay, now ordinarily you would put fire on this, but we're not, because we have all that concentrated alcohol in it. So you don't do heat when you do this, or don't do the torch. You do need to use heat. You want to use your heat gun, which I absolutely hate using. It scares me. I mean, this thing would mutilate you for life if you accidentally hit that. And you take this, I'm taking that piece off, and I'm just using this piece just to give it a little heat on low. I'm going to come in from the sides, give it just a little bit. You don't want to do it too much, because then you're just going to thin it out after you just waited all that time for it to get thick. So you just want to do this just a little bit. Just adding a little heat on your bloom, on your flower. All flowers like a little heat. And that's all I'm doing. That's it. Okay. Now I guess I'm going to do a little swirl. There. Fix this. Any blobbies you see, go in and fix them so they will be beautiful and not a blobby. No blobbies, please. No blobbies, please. Yeah, so I'm anxious to see how this does with the angel white. Like I said, I know everybody recommends it. I normally use the Just Resin, which I say normally, the few times I've done the bloom or needed white paste, I've used the Just Resin. So I was very excited to get the Angel White from Laura's Art Corner. Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but Laura's Art Corner carries the Angel White and all of Lorez Expressions, pigment paste, tints, micas, wonderful products that Resin puts out. And Laura's Art Corner has got numerous, many things to choose from. Not just Lorez, all kinds of stuff. Beautiful glitters, just lots of stuff. Get you a cup of coffee, glass of wine, sit down with your phone or your laptop or your iPad and go to her website and check out all the wonderful things that Laura has to offer. I was glad I found it. I saw her advertised on Sherry Moulton's channel and I went to it and boy was I pleased. So go check her out. Alright guys, well this is all I'm going to do to, let's call him Arthur. My son always got turtles when he was younger because we live on the water and he would always call them Arthur. So we have an Arthur. Look, you see these bubbles in the glitter? I'm going to hit them because there's no alcohol ink. So I'm going to put a little torch on that. I don't want no bubbles. Bubbles is not attractive. There. Okie doke. So I'll be back, I guess 8 hours probably. That's what it's going to take for this. So I'll be back then. Alright guys. See you soon. Hang tight. Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been about 12 hours. Our turtle is nice and cured. Look at how well it bloomed. I can't wait to see the other side. This looks much better at this point with the Angel White than it did when I used the Just Resin and definitely before I used the Cast and Craft. So I am super stoked about my Angel White by Lorez. Angel White by Lorez from Laura's Art Corner. I am super impressed with it because like I said, this back here, I mean this looks great. Look how the glitters stopped. It didn't push on. It's almost exactly uniform where it came in the same spots. I'm just pleased, very pleased. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this glitter, open it over here, this glitter, pretty, I'm going to put that on the back side. So we're going to do a coat, layer of green, of light green glitter, and it's no name glitter. I honestly don't remember where I got it, and I put it in that jug out of a bag. I remember that. So alright, here we go. Oops. I'm paying attention to my dog that's down here whining and plucking my last nerve. Of course she waits till the camera comes on to come over here. Alright, I got a lot of resin left over. I'm going to fill him up. Alright, I don't think I can get much more in here. Ugh. I have a family member who loves turtles. And, you know, we kind of exchange a little something at Christmas time. I think I know what I'm going to give her. She'll like that in her new place, too. Alright. Let's put a little fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Pop these bubbles, get them out of our life. Don't do bubbles unless it's in champagne. Alrighty, folks. That's it. Turtle in the house. we will be back in the morning to see how, oh yeah, Arthur. We'll see how Arthur looks. I'll see you later. Hang tight. Good morning, everybody. I'm back. Hope you enjoyed your second. I enjoyed my night of sleep. I'm very excited to come out here and see how our turtle turned out. Excuse me, how Arthur turned out. Just to recap, I didn't choose colors or generate colors. I chose my own. I went with all the greens and angel white from Resin that I got from Laura's Art Corner. I used yellow green from Let's Resin alcohol ink, 145 Forrest green, also an alcohol ink, 146 green by Let's Resin, and emerald green, also from Let's Resin. And then I used this generic no-name glitter, which is really pretty. And we put it in Arthur. So, let's see how Arthur decided to do for us. Oh, look, I just got resin stuck to me that should have cured, but it didn't. And this is probably, yeah, see, it's still a little, need to be careful touching it. Uh-oh. It's not ready to come out. Oh, there it goes. It's very cold out, so that's why it didn't cure all the way. I mean, that's why it's still tacky. So I'm going to be very gently taking this out. Maybe I should have waited, but I'm excited. We can do it. We just got to use a little caution. Nothing wrong with using caution every now and then. Only every now and then. Just kidding. Always show caution. So, you know, I was thinking in 4 days, I'm going to be turning 48. 48 years old. And I am nowhere near where I wanted to be in life. Just so much. So much. But I can only keep telling myself that this last month, joining YouTube videos or YouTube as a content giver, what do you call it? As I got on YouTube, started doing videos, I don't know what you call it, but that's what I'm going to call it. Things became a little better and brighter. You know, I've mentioned before that I'm disabled, so things were really gloomy. You know, I'm 48, 47, and not working is hard. It's very hard. And to not physically be able to do it is even harder. When your mind and what you know you used to do and what you feel like you could still do, but you can't. It's hard. So joining YouTube and doing videos and finding resin, discovering resin has really, really changed my life. It has brought so much J-O-Y joy. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It really has. You know, especially with resin, because I don't have much endurance. I can't, for any length of time, do much. So, you know, with resin, really, you got a good 30, 45 minutes of doing your work, and then the rest of the time is curing. So this was a great hobby for me to find. For the times that I'm able to do, I can, and it's not exerting me but so much. I know that's probably kind of TMI, too much information, but the whole point of this was I'm going to be 48. I was feeling very doom and gloom and not very festive about turning 48. But then I stopped and I thought this morning how many blessings I do have. I have a healthy child who, with all good intentions and hopefully by the good grace of the Lord, he will be in the Coast Guard soon. I have wonderful parents that are still alive, that are in my life daily. I have great family and I have great friends. So that's my point, is I remember the blessings that I have. And I hope you do too. And I'm going to try and get to the holiday spirit, because that's what it's about, is your family and your friends and the giving and the joy of the season. Enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. I'm going to try. All right. You ready? I'm ready. All right, look, I'm going to put a piece of wax paper down since this is feeling a little tacky. It's a little wrinkled, but that's all that matters. Okay, here we go. Ready? Bam! Wow, how pretty. It's blobby. It's blobby. But I think it's cute. What do y'all think? I think he turned out pretty good. I love the green. The greens, I should say. You see how it's changes colors. Ombre look, I guess. Because this green's got light and dark in it. So this light looks really good with it. Yeah. All right, Arthur. So, like I said, it's a little blobby, but hey, this is my first one with Angel White, and we all know that even the best of artists gets blobby sometimes. So I just have to keep working on it, keep practicing it, and I'll get better. This one's not as good as the whale, but I've had worse, way worse. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being with me. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. I believe on the right-hand side. It's a new little thing I added. I'm learning. I'm definitely learning. I watch YouTubes all day long about what I need to do for videoing and editing and producing a channel. Boy, there's a lot to it. There's more than just sitting down in front of the camera. That's for sure. So, I do appreciate it. I hope you'll join me again. Watch another couple of my videos. Check out the whale. See how good that one turned out. It sure does help me and my channel out. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, everybody take care. Bye.